it's like a middleware technology. So we can
Yep.
integrate systems irrespective of technology or applications. We can integrate. Okay. So
Yep.
let's say a simple example. Uh, Source Capgemini has different types of element names like first name, last name, DOB, account number, location, phone number, like that. And target Axis Bank has contains full name, date of birth, account number, IFSC code, and mobile number. Okay, so
Yep.
we well, target system expecting full name, but source system giving first name and last name. So we need to
Yep.
enrich the data and we need to send it to full name. Same like way
Agreed.
DOB, input element has a DOB
Yep.
and target element has a date of birth. So we need to map according to that. As for mapping sheet, what is the source system element name and what is the target system element name? Like that we need to map everywhere. Okay. So and in between XML. So first, SOA knows only XML. SOA follows only XML, extensible markup language. Okay,
Yep.
inside SOA, we use mapping sheet or backend code. Everything will be generated in XML only. So basics of
Mm-hmm.
XML we required. So first, we'll see XML and then XSD. So once these two completed, I will start with JDeveloper, I mean development part, SOA.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So
Yep.
extensible, nothing but extensible markup language we called as a XML. So there is no predefined tags inside XML. Okay, like name, value, and name close. Okay, so we called as a opening tag and closing tag in between value.
Agreed.
Okay,
Yep.
opening tag and closing tag and value. These three will be
Agreed.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can mention anything. It's a case sensitive. Whatever we start with caps, it should be in tag also. It should contain same. Okay,
Agreed.
and yes,
Yep.
yes close value.
Agreed.
So
Yep.
location, location close, and value. So this
Yep.
will be empty tag. This location doesn't contains any value. We called
True.
as a empty element. Okay,
True.
so
Yep.
like this. Usually XML, two types of XMLs, simple type elements and complex type elements. Two types will be
Yep.
there. So simple type element, basically a element contains only value,
Agreed. I
called as
understand
a
that. Yep.
simple type
Yep.
elements.
Yep.
Okay, a element contains only value. It won't depend on other elements or like that. Just
Yep.
whatever it is element, that's called as a simple type element. And
Yep.
complex type elements means a element contains child elements and attributes. Okay,
Yep.
let's say if you want to define a car, like I bought a car. Okay, what you will ask, which brand it is, which model, and what is the price you asked, right?
Yep.
So these three are
Yep.
child elements. This is the parent element.
True.
Like this,
Agreed.
car is a complex type element. A element contains child elements.
Yep.
Okay, a element
Yep.
contains only value.
Yep.
It There is no relationship between other elements. Okay,
Yep.
that's called as a simple type element.
True.
Okay, parent element
Yep.
doesn't contain any value. Parent contains
Yep.
child elements. Okay,
Yep.
so for this, how we write XML for a car brand model? So first, we'll open a car, then inside we'll mention a brand element and brand, inside value and model, model close, value, price, value, price close. Then
Yep.
parent element will be closed car,
Yep.
like this.
Yep.
So let's
Yep.
say we'll discuss for Capgemini also. Capgemini.
Yeah.
Capgemini has three elements: name, ID, location.
Yeah.
So Capgemini is the parent element, correct?
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
opened inside child elements. We started name, value, name close, ID, ID close, location, location close, and Capgemini closed.
Yeah.
Parent element closed, correct? Same way, let's say if we have a Capgemini has a two childs, IT and finance. Capgemini again, IT has a three childs, name, ID, project. Even finance also three, name, ID, projects. Okay, so Capgemini
Agree.
is a parent element. Even IT also parent element, nothing but complex type element. Correct? So
Yeah.
finance also complex type element. So now Capgemini, how we wrote XML for this example. Simple. Uh, First we'll define a Capgemini, correct?
Yeah.
Then inside IT we'll define. Then we'll
Yeah.
define a child elements: name,
Two.
ID, project. Okay. Then first child element will be closed. It in the sense complex type element. IT will be closed. Then finance, name, ID, project. Finance is closed. At the end, Capgemini. Two childs will be closed, right? Then Capgemini will be closed here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So same like way, books, cooking, movies, like that. We can take multiple examples. Even if you want, you can write XML for these.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Okay. So usually XML is very simple, straightforward. Uh,
Uh-huh.
you can write any element. It will act as an element. Any
Yeah.
tag. See, let's say if I
Right.
write one thing for Nishan, okay, ready, then Nishan. So it means, so this is Nishant is the one of the element. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
so there is no restrictions in XML. We need to write like this. We need to write like this. So everything will be act as a XML.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now XML it's done. XSD. Okay. What do you mean by
Yeah.
XSD? So
Team understand.
what we discussed, SOA, it will route data from one system to another system, right? So each
Yeah.
system we have elements. So if you want to
Yeah.
read the data from one element, one system, obviously it contains some elements like name,
Yeah.
is, ID, location, like that. Okay, we
Yeah.
have to define the elements, right? So
Yeah.
if you are exposing as a web service, so you are so someone going to enter values for that web service, right? So
Yeah.
you have to mention what all the elements are there. Okay, what type of data types is that, what type of values it will accept, everything you have to mention inside XSD. So XSD means XML schema definition. Okay,
Yeah.
so majorly XSD will define the structure of the elements, major part.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
if you are based on source or target elements, for each system we'll create one XSD. Okay, so XSD will
Yeah.
accept the values. XML, it will contain the values, correct? It will
Mm-hmm.
store
Yes.
the values,
It will.
it will carry forward the values. But XSD,
Yes.
just it will define the elements.
Right.
Okay, so
Yes.
how we wrote XML, XSD, um, we'll see. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So good. First tag, it will be so in SOA, no need to write any XSD or XML manually. Okay, everything tool will be generated just to understand if we get any error to debug those things. We need to have a good idea on XML or XSD. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's why we
Mm-hmm.
discussed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So XSD, we start with XML and version 1.0, then schema, second tag XML and NS, in the sense XML namespace. Okay, every we are using XML, right? By using XML,
Yeah.
we are writing a XSD. So that's why we have to define namespace called as a we call as a XML namespace equal to, we can write HTTP. This we call as a default namespace. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
W3ORG 2001 XML schema like this. Okay, then
Okay.
now we'll create a element. Uh, are you seeing my screen, right?
Yes.
I'm in
Yes.
different
Yes.
screen, like Notepad plus plus.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now this is my XML. I need to prepare. First, I need to prepare XSD. If someone invokes my XSD, they will enter the values. So based on that values, it will create a XML. Correct?
Yes. Yes. Right.
So let's say if you see Gmail, add another account, create account, save. It is asking first name, last name. Correct?
Yeah.
So it is the
Yeah.
there is no values here. First name is the
Yeah.
tag, and whatever if I enter value, based on that value, it will create a one XML. Correct?
Yeah.
Same like
Yeah.
this. Uh, this is background. They have created HTML tags. So in our server, we created a XSD. So first we need to define car, right? So
Yeah.
element name equal to car, within the close quotes we have to write this car. So element name, this element name should be car. So we mentioned here. Okay, then whenever parent element and child elements in between, we need to write complex type, one
Yeah.
tag, and sequence. We need to define these two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wherever you are writing child elements in between parent element and child elements, we need to define like this complex type and
Yeah.
sequence. After sequence, we'll define a brand. So element
Right.
name equal to brand and type equal to string. What do you mean by this? Ante
Yeah.
data types.
Data type. Yeah.
Data types means in coding scenarios, in coding language.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
each see we have a first name. Here we can write a string data. Correct?
That's
If
right.
it is phone
That's right.
number, we need to write only number. This tag should accept only numbers. This tag
Yeah.
should accept numbers and characters. This tag
Yeah.
can accept only string, only date.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those we call as a data types. Okay.
Yeah.
So if it is string means int or integer.
Mm-hmm.
Int or integer means only numbers. Okay. Then string. String means only, sorry, not only numbers and characters. So your element should accept numbers and characters means you have to define data type as a string. Your
Yes.
element should accept only numbers means we can define integer.
Agree.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So we in the end we can self tag. Why? Because XSD doesn't carry any values.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So then sequence again after child elements close, we can close sequence in the sense like this, and complex type will close, and reverse order we can close one by one. Element we can
Yep.
close, and schema we can close here like this.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So like this we prepare a XSD. So
Yep.
same way we can write few more examples here, or else okay, XSD few more
Yep.
examples.
Yep.
Okay, so now I have written this for Capgemini. Okay,
Yep.
IT
Yep.
and finance we
Yep.
discussed already, right? XML
I
for this.
understand.
So
Complex
how we
inside a
have written?
complex. I get it.
Yes,
Yeah.
element name equal to
Yeah.
Capgemini, then
Yeah.
complex type sequence, and element name equal to IT. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
so again it has a child side, so complex type
Yeah.
sequence, then child elements. So first we'll
Great.
close sequence, then we'll close complex type, then we'll close element. So we won't close
Yeah.
like IT, just we'll close like
Agree.
element. Correct?
True.
Then
Yeah.
this will be done. Again element,
Yeah.
complex type, sequence, element, name, ID, element project like this. Okay.
Yeah.
In reverse order, we'll
Yeah.
close sequence, complex type,
Yeah.
and element.
Yeah.
Okay. Then again,
Yeah.
we'll close sequence, complex type, element.
Agree.
Okay. At the end, we'll
Yep.
close
Only.
schema.
Yeah. Yeah. For the schema, you're
So,
given a target namespace. Okay.
okay. So, schema contains namespace and
Yep.
target namespace. Okay.
Correct.
Namespace is a default namespace. Target
Yep.
namespace is a unique namespace. We can give anything.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
namespace it will comes with XML default
Mm-hmm.
namespace. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And target
Yep.
namespace to differentiate two XSDs. Let's say we have a two XSDs. Personal info dot XSD of office dot XSD we have. Okay.
Right.
So in
Yep.
personal XSD we have a elements called name, age, location, phone number, account number, address. Correct.
Yep. Yep.
So in office we may have different elements. So manager, project, timings, desk location like this. Correct.
Ah.
So
Yes.
if you want to define two XSDs, okay, for uniqueness
Yep.
we can keep target namespace.
Understood.
Okay.
Right. Yep.
Okay. So now we can use one more way like in target namespace, like if we want to refer, see we have a personal info.xst and office.xst. In some
Yeah.
places we need a full information about employee. Correct.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
at that time, no need to create a third XSD. We can refer one XSD elements into another XSD. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at that time, how you will refer? If you want to refer one XSD elements into another XSD, we can use include or import property.
Okay.
Okay. By using
Okay.
these two properties, we can refer one XSD elements into another XSD. Like here, we
Okay.
can mention. not here, here, include name equal to office.xst. Office.xst. I can mention like this.
Right.
Okay. Now
Yep.
here, ports. So when you use include property, when you use import property means, so if you want to refer one XSD elements into another XSD, if both the XSDs namespace and target namespace are same, we use include property.
Right.
Both the XSDs namespace, namespace and target namespace are same. We use include property. If it is different, we use import property. Correct?
Yep.
So if it is different, we can use import property.
Yeah.
Both the okay, like this way we
Yep.
can use. So and same time. You hope you observed this XS colon, right?
Yep.
Why we used everywhere XS colon like this. So
Mm-hmm.
we are using a
Mm-hmm.
X by using XML, we are returning a XSD, correct? So
Right.
we need to
Right.
define namespace not only in the header, everywhere we need to define. Okay.
Right.
So if you want
Mm-hmm.
to like this, if you want to define everywhere, instead of defining like this, namespace like this, it will be lengthy, right?
Yeah.
And even it is clumsy also.
Right.
So like this. So it will be like clumsy. So that's why what we do, we use prefix. Let's say, so my name is YARAVBPGARAPAGARI Nishant. But what I will do, wherever I want to write my name, just I will mention initial Y Nishant. Correct?
Yeah.
It means Y
Yeah.
indicates full name. Same like way
Yeah.
prefix. Pre- Every full namespace we are storing into prefix. Everywhere
Yeah.
we mention prefix. Correct? It
Agree.
will be
Yep.
very clean and easy. Correct? So
Agree.
that's why we use prefix. Prefix, it will store
Yep.
the entire namespace and we can mention everywhere. Fine.
Yep.
Yeah. So and we can go more into deep. So if you couldn't understand, we can discuss. You can
No,
feel
no,
free
no.
to
I
ask.
understand. Yeah. Yeah. I understand. No problem.
Okay. So now, so hope you observed. In IT doesn't
Yeah.
contain only one employee, right? IT
Right.
contains many employees.
Agree.
Correct.
You're right. Yes, you're right.
Okay. So
Yes.
one element parent one IT contains many child elements. It means it should repeat values. Correct.
That's right.
So
That's right.
how it is, maybe like I will copy. Okay,
Yep.
like this.
Yep.
So one car element contains multiple records. Correct.
Right. Right.
This will be one record, and this will be another record, correct?
Yes.
So
Yes.
to do these things, what we do, min occurs, max occurs properties will be there.
Yeah.
We call as a
Yeah.
attributes. If you mention min occurs as a one, okay,
Yeah.
minimum one record should be entered.
Agree.
Okay,
I understand.
max occurs means
Yes.
max occurs if you mention 10, it will accept only 10 records. Max
Agree.
occurs 100 means it will accept 100 records. If it is max occurs
Agree.
unbounded, 100 records it will accept.
True.
Okay,
True. True.
so same way, if you use a parent element, complex type element as a like this, so it will repeat child elements. But
Mm-hmm.
if you use id as a min occurs one and max occurs one, this id value should be entered, mandatory field, correct?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
sometimes if I'm trying to click next, what it will show, enter first name, it means first name is the mandatory element, correct?
True.
Say backend,
Yes.
they have mentioned like min occurs one. If I
Yeah.
mention min occurs zero, even if you couldn't enter any value also, it will continue next step.
True. True.
It won't look for value at that
Yeah.
element. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
min occurs one means mandatory, max occurs one means so it will accept only one value.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and element phone number. So phone number, these are we call as a restrictions. So
Mm-hmm.
target system expecting mandatory value, min length 10, I mean count of numbers, max length also town 10. If less
True.
than or greater than, we couldn't accept.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have to give error like please enter correct value like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so phone number
Mm-hmm.
should accept only 10 numbers. We call as a min length and max length. Same way,
Understood.
if sometimes client is asking uh, some age should be 18 to 100 in
Yeah.
between only. So at that time we can use property called min inclusive, max inclusive. No need to
Yeah.
go through all those things. In the developer tool itself, it has everything. Just we can use
Yeah.
this. Just
Right.
few things we'll discuss how
Sure.
XST look like. Okay.
Understood.
So min
Understood.
inclusive, max inclusive means in between we can use values. Okay.
Right.
And same time
Yeah.
gender. So client is asking like only male and female. Only these two should be accepted. Other than that, it couldn't be. It
Yeah.
means enumeration. By using enumeration,
Yeah.
attribute, we call as an attribute, we can use, we can mention specific values. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the we call as a attributes and restrictions. Okay.
Yeah.
We call as a restriction. So XSD is fine, and just we need to know what is the attributes min occurs, max occurs, min inclusive, max inclusive, and namespace, target namespace. So these things, if you know, it will be fine. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now Oracle SOA is an on-premise technology. It's not a cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Cloud we call as a ICS. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very beginning it
Mm-hmm.
started with 10G, then 11G, now in 12C. So everywhere
Mm-hmm.
we have a subversions 12 to 12, 12 to 13, 12 to 14 like this. We have a
Mm-hmm.
subversions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
installation very simple. Uh, we 10G 11G has a many files, but 12C it's very straightforward. Two files will be there. Each file 2 GB something. Okay. JDK version 1.8 and above. Okay, first we need to install JDK, then we need to install SOA JDeveloper. Okay, so we
Mm-hmm.
code we wrote in JDeveloper tool. Once we wrote the code, develop the integration, we can deploy to the WebLogic server and we can test. Okay,
Cool. Mm-hmm.
cool. So now I will share a link. Uh,
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. So
Thank
tomorrow
you,
we meet them. Thank you.
thank you,
Have a good day. Bye.
thank you.